Hello everyone. We got a storm moving in, so hopefully I won't get rained back into the house and y'all can just look at some nature. But this video is going to be starting a series about police corruption, judicial corruption, governmental corruption, and it's going to tie into the teachers abusing children in a way, as far as corruption goes with how things are covered up. But this is not exactly tied to the school system. This is just general. The question is the noble goal to rid our nation's police organizations of unethical behavior possible or plausible? Now, some of the information that I have gathered up for this video, we will just start with the word integrity. What characteristics must an officer have? 1. Prudence. The ability to discern between conflicting virtues and decide the best action to take. 2. Trust. Loyalty and truthfulness in relationships between officers and citizens, fellow officers, and supervisors. 3. Effacement of self-interests. Without this, officers may exploit their authority to further themselves. 4. Courage. The mean between cowardice and foolhardiness. 5. Intellectual honesty. Not knowing something and being humble and courageous enough to admit it. 6. Justice. Not in its normal context, but rather adjusting what is owed to a particular citizen, even when it may contradict what is strictly owed. 7. Responsibility. And learning to do the right thing, clearly understanding what the right thing is, and being fully aware of other alternatives that may exist, taking responsibility rather than finding excuses for mistakes or poor judgment. Okay, the next section is leadership. Leadership constitutes an integral part of police work, and the head of an organization holds the ultimate responsibility for its shortcomings. Controversially, this individual greatly can influence the success of an agency. Leaders have a significant impact in preventing corruption. Those who strive to maintain a high standard of ethical conduct can serve as the key to prevent corruption and maintain the police's trust. Leaders do not act to protect their own egos, try to put on a good appearance without substance in their decisions or efforts, or attempt to intimidate those under them. Instead, leaders work with those around them and take an important step towards creating an ethical climate by developing an agenda that explains the moral purpose of that department. The next one is the work environment. Law enforcement professionals completely understand that their typical work environment may be less than ideal at best and life-threatening at worst. Within minutes, officers must solve problems that have taken days, weeks, months, or sometimes years to develop. In this environment, excellence is a necessity. A single incident in law enforcement can have devastating effects felt throughout the country. Sorry, there's a wasp trying to attack me. This serves to illustrate the intolerance of police misconduct in American society. In police work, results are measured by such terms as the number of arrests and the amount of weapons and drugs considered. This being the case, officers will find ways to accomplish these tasks, or risk being passed over for promotion and specialized assignments. It's a result some officers may choose to cut corners or violate the law and not even consider their conduct unethical. The police subculture. The profession of policing, as well as many others, has a subculture unto itself. The morbid sense of humor perhaps illustrates one of the most widely known characteristics. In relation to corruption, however, the police subculture either can prevent the existence of it or be a vehicle to spread it throughout the department. The subculture may be the most difficult aspect to address. The subculture is a group of individuals who generally share attitudes, perspectives, assumptions, values, beliefs, ways of living, and traditions. Because police work entails so many experiences unique to the field, the subculture can become stronger than the officer's ties to his or her family. Senior officers may test new recruits to see just how far they will go. There is a saying, be aware of a cop that takes a free cup of coffee. This is because once an officer engages in minor illegal or corrupt behavior, they find it easier to do more of. Corruption prevention. Each topic discussed so far plays an integral role in determining the ethical standard. Screening candidates and hiring the most conscientious ones are a must because they have a higher degree of integrity. An incorruptible person is trustful in words and deed just because truthfulness has become second nature. My next video I will upload with some information on who to contact if your police force is corrupt.